what to make of this. I feel like you may not feel confidence and you may be socially awkward. It's not very easy for you to talk to people and get around people, and maybe at work you just don't feel like you fit in. And the challenge is that couple of possibilities. There could be somebody that has a big mouth. Maybe this is at work. This is somebody that comes in with a lot of energy, fire energy, and they could be a loose cannon. But for whatever reason, in their energy is this Scorpio energy, death card, and this is about transformative, but it can speak to an end of something, an end of a relationship, an end of a connection, an end of being able to work with somebody. I kind of sense a work thing, possibly. Now, let me give you another interpretation. The challenge is a very sexual, lustful energy whose end result would be termination or complete transfiguration and transformation of some situation. In other words, if you were to partake of the forbidden fruit, it could be to your detriment. It could be to your termination, as in termination of employment. I'm just giving you some different options. Let me see if I can come up with another option. The thing is what makes me feel like it's a work thing is you've got this 3 of Pentacles in reverse here to the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and it speaks to confidence in self, and I feel almost like it has to do with what you do. Maybe you are on the low end of the totem pole at work, and there's everybody else seems like they're doing better. Kind of makes me think of another situation at the same time, because sometimes, like right now, they just sent me to go help in another system, and I kind of knew just within 20 minutes of working with this guy that he felt possibly, why wasn't he informed a little bit more on that there was going to be help coming in from another system. Sometimes you feel somebody could feel disrespected. They could feel like, hey, why are you bringing something else? Am I not good enough to do this? Or, you know what I mean? Like sometimes instead of feeling like they're just offering help, they take it personal. It's an inadequacy. It's a self-confidence thing. And it's because some guys, in your industry, they haven't been doing it that long. And so I got to thinking about that the guy could have very well felt a certain kind of way, because I know I felt like that in the past. And so if that's the case, it's nothing against you, but I feel like there's something like that there. And for this to be in the challenge position to be this energy, and then with this termination energy, again, could be a workplace kind of thing where it's maybe there's a connection. They say one should never dip the pen in the company ink, because the minute that you do that, all bets are off, all hell can break loose. Could be something like that, but let's move on. So underneath in your subconscious, another 3, this is the 3 of Cups, socializing, sharing your cup with others, and so forth. But tied to that is some type of chaotic energy, unbalanced energy. Again, I feel social awkwardness, not feeling confident in your own skin. And tied to this energy, in your hopes and fears, again, I almost feel like this is fear. It could be that somebody has a very unbridled tongue. Knight of Swords in reverse can speak to an unbridled person that cannot communicate properly. They have a problem communicating. They could be a supervisor. They could be a boss with that Emperor card. They could be an Aries, or they could be a father. But they are in power, and they have this kind of communication, off the flying handle kind of shit. That's why I say I almost feel like I'm picking up on the energy I picked up on a few weeks ago on a reading that I did. Somebody's dealing with a tyrant. I've had to do it. I've had to work under it. I couldn't do it. I started documenting everything, and I turned the son of a bitch in. Fuck him. You deserve to be treated with respect. And there's a certain way that you are to conduct yourself at work. So if this person is being a tyrant, start jotting everything down. Every day at the end of the day, write down, and do yourself a favor. When the person does something good, write that down too. That way when you turn his ass in, you can say, hey, I don't have a problem. He did, these things here he was nice about, or she was nice about. But when it comes to terms of this, this, and this, be very specific about where it's happening, and do your best, but document it all. And then drop the bomb. That's what I did. And believe it or not, the person didn't get canned. Because more and more, these companies can't find help anyway, and so they just kind of let shit go. But I got what I wanted out of it, which was to get transferred to a different department, because I wasn't dealing with that fucking bullshit. So I can tell you right now, if that's what your case is, start documenting everything. But I'm seeing this challenge. I'm seeing the same energy in your hopes and fears. In the recent past, you were trying to heal a connection from the past, or option B, you were trying to forget someone from the past. Maybe because you lost your will, this person depleted you of all your energy, and you became maybe even a little cold, but you lost your will. Don't know what it's about, but I know this. As a result of that, you could not see. Something was hidden from you. Very clear that something was kept hidden from you. Maybe even a secret, but it could have been just information that somebody never gave you. And I'm sorry that you didn't get the information and that somebody kept you in the dark. Now, did they do it on purpose? I don't know. But what lies before you at this time is applying the pinnacle where you can, doing what you can with the little bit that you have. You have that one coin, that one pinnacle, applying it, paying it forward with the little seed to try to make something that does not seem to have balance, Six of Pentacles in reverse, to make it become balanced. In your advice, when I was meditating on these cards, I was trying to figure this out, and what I heard was, don't let this information that you don't have, or these answers that you don't have. Ace of Swords in reverse. Could have been a lie. Not going to lie. Don't let that lie. Don't let that absence of information. Don't let this misinformation, lack of information. Don't let that lack of information destroy your happiness. We don't always get closure. I mean, I watch these shows, Snapped and Evil Lives Here and all these Dateline documentaries, and you'll see somebody lose a family member, and some of these families go years and years and years with no answers. Especially, can you imagine losing your child, or losing your sibling, or losing your parents, or losing somebody that's very close to you, and not having a damn answer as to whatever happened? Just gone. And there are people that live, and you will find yourself in the same situation, that you will never know what happened. I mean, I can think back to my childhood. I mean, I seen very bad things happen, and I wondered, why? Why did that happen? It wasn't fair. It wasn't right. And unfortunately, we live in a world where there is free will. And as long as there's free will, people will do the unthinkable to each other, to others, and sometimes there is no answer. And you have to create your own closure by saying, you know what? I don't know what the answer is. There's nothing I can do to change what happened. It was wrong. Maybe it was something that was done against you. And you feel like you're never going to be able to get over it. You don't feel like you're ever going to be able to get past it. At some point, you got to say, there's nothing I can do about it. So what good does it do for me to dwell on it? It's in the past, right where it belongs. It doesn't belong in your future. It belongs in your past, and you have to let it go. But that is what I'm hearing in your advice. I'm hearing Spirit saying, don't let this misinformation thing that happened, whatever it was, don't let that rob you of your happiness. Outside influences. There is somebody that is very ugly. Queen of Wands in reverse, yet Three of Swords in reverse. They are somebody that is wounded, that is healing from their wounds, and it has made them show their ass, as they say down in the Carolinas. I used to live in the Carolinas for a little bit. Another thing that makes me think of is the saying, hurt people. And you got to forgive people. I mean, I forgive people that have hurt me. And I've had so much evil shit done to me that you would think if anybody has a right to have some hate, it'd be me. But I lived with hate for a long time, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It just makes you sick and makes you depressed. But I'm cautious as well, and I feel you being cautious here. This Three of Pentacles in reverse. You could be purposely not working with people, trying to keep yourself away from people because you feel this inadequacy in your overall projected outcome. I feel like there's this person that has this fucked up communication, man. I'm not going to lie. This screams of somebody that does not know how to keep their motherfucking mouth shut. And where I come from, growing up in the South, West Texas, growing up in the 70s and the 80s, boy, I'll tell you what, man, you smart off to somebody, you just get knocked out. I mean, there's no, let's think about this, there's nothing. It's just, you just find yourself on your back looking up. And once you get your ass knocked out, you quit talking shit. And some people did not have, believe it or not, whether you like it or not, God said, spare not the rod. There was a reason that God said that. And people think they're smarter than God. But if you look at the animal kingdom, you look at some of these animals when their cubs get out of hand or anything like that, the mama will snatch them up, and you damn near think he was going to kill the kid, the cub. But it's a very resolute response to a mistake, a faux pas, whatever you want to call it. But it changes the wiring so that the next time you don't put your hand on that fire again. You know what I'm saying? So This person may have never had that because maybe they were single, grew up in a single parent home. Most kids now, a lot of them do. And even if the parents are both there, you may have been, or this person may have been an orphan type of individual. How many of you know that you can have both parents in the home and still end up feeling like, I don't know that personally, but I know other people that do. So I don't know. I'm not making an excuse for this person, but I feel that you are in a situation where you need to be documenting everything, and you need to be possibly even buying one of them little recorders and start recording. Every time you get around this person, start recording. Even if you are in a state where that's not legal, it's on your person. If it comes down to a court of law, maybe it gets thrown out. You don't know. But it definitely will do something. Let's say you lose and you have to leave the business, the company or whatever. You have this that you can release to the media. People have to fucking pay, man. They can't just be allowed to do anything they want. I mean, we can't have that. So, like I say, I feel like this is some kind of work thing. Whatever it is, it's this tyrant energy that has been at play for, seems like a couple of months now. Isn't that the way it really is, though? There's always some son of a bitch that's trying to get you somehow. It's like you just can't be happy. You just can't be allowed to be happy. There's got to be somebody out there that's trying to fuck with your energy. Don't let them do it. Don't let this person's misinformation, this person's bullshit information, whatever this fucking information is that's probably lies, don't let that rob you of your happiness. I'm going to be asking for God's protection, angelic protection over you. If you found yourself getting resonated with this message, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you could be alerted when I upload new videos. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.